Hey, it's Ashley, and I wanted to explain the difference between your launch date and your publishing date. And I think a lot of people get these confused. So, this is all laid out in my Fearless Author book, but to sum it up, I'm just going to summarize it for you. The publication date or the publishing date is when your book is actually listed on Amazon and is for sale. That does not mean it's selling, it's just for sale. So basically, how I do it is um, whether you do pre order or not, it doesn't really matter as far as this goes. But when your book actually released and is for sale, that's when your book is published. That's the publication day. And then what I do usually is um, during the first 30 days that your book is on Amazon, you're going to get a little bit extra visibility because Amazon gives like a little boost to newer books. So you want to make the most you can out of the first 30 days your book is on Amazon. So make sure you launch it if you can those first 30 days. It's okay to do it later, but you're going to see the best results if you do it the first month. So what I do is it's important to have reviews before you launch if you can. If you can't, then that's okay. But you're gonna get a way better launch if you already have at least 10 reviews. Try to get 20 or 30 or even 40. My best book launch ever was when I launched Undercover Amish and I had like 40 or 50 reviews, which is great. So, especially for your first book, just ask everyone you know to read your book and leave a review, except for immediate family or your best friends because Amazon will figure it out and they will take it down and you might get in trouble. So, anyone who has the same last name as you or immediate family, tell them to not leave a review. I did not know that with my first book and I got a few warning emails and it scared me so bad. So, don't make the same mistake. I don't know if they monitor Facebook or what, but it's like, how do they know who your best friends are? I don't know. Um, but yeah, like my best friend tried to leave a review and they wouldn't let her. So, um, anyway, what I do is the first 2 weeks my book is on Amazon. I get as many reviews as I can, and during that time, I schedule my promotions for ahead of time for a certain date. Usually, that date, the launch date, is about 2 weeks after I publish. So I publish the book, get reviews for 2 weeks, and then the launch date is 2 weeks after you publish. And that's when you can make your book free, which is how I explain all of that in Fearless Author step by step. So if your book is in KDP Select, I mean, this is the only way you can do it is if your book is in KDP Select. If it's not, they're not going to let you make it free. So you want to try to. I always recommend KDP Select because you get paid for all your pages read, and I actually make way more on that than book sales, and you're allowed to make your book free, which is fantastic. It's great for promotions. So some people might say, why would you make your book free? That's crazy or something. But actually, it's really a good way to launch your book because it's going to get you a ton of downloads. And then when your book is peaking and getting the most downloads on the second or third day, you end the free promotion and your ranking is going to go way up in the paid store. So which means when people buy your book, the ranking is going to be high and the visibility will be high. So basically what you're going to do is in advance set up your book to be free for, say, for example, 2.5 days is what I recommend. So set that up in advance. Make sure you do that. Don't book a bunch of free promotions on these websites and forget to make your book free. That would be a disaster. Make sure the first thing you do is make your book free on Amazon in the dashboard in your KDP area. So that's what I do. And like I said, it's all laid out step by step in Fearless Author. There's checklists, there's lists for where you can go to book promotions. There's the top promotions I recommend with pricing. I lay it all out for you. If you just go through that list and book, like, say, even, 3 or 4 promotions, um, that's really great. I mean, the more you can do, the better, but of course, it depends on what your budget is. But I would say if you could only do a few things, and I'll make a separate video on this, try to submit to as many free ebook sites as you can, and book blogs, as many, well, they're called this, you can call them either book blogs or free book sites. It's the same thing. Try to submit to them as many as you can for like a free listing, and then try to book some ads on them too. You can pay for ads that will get you at the top of their newsletter, the top of the first page of their website, and those are really good. And of course, I go over this in detail in the book. So there's lists and lists of really good promotion sites, paid that you can pay for and just free ones. So that's what I would recommend for sure. That's the difference between your publishing date and your launch date. So don't get them mixed up. They're very different. So that's all I have to say for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.